Hi, my name is MercyBartels, and I'm from Burns, Wyoming. I would much rather be filming this outdoors, but due to less than wanted weather, it's gonna have to be here. I know well, as an 18-year-old, that my knowledge of the world is not endless, and I know that my knowledge of myself is not endless as well. There's so much more to learn, and I know I'm discovering who I am. But I've learned that sometimes the best way to learn ourselves is to take on a challenge. And I think my most memorable challenge for me was the one that I brought to myself 2 years ago when I decided to become an International Baccalaureate Diploma Program member. So to give you a little bit of a rundown, International Baccalaureate, short for IB Diploma Program, and it's an interdisciplinary program that's run internationally. It's one of the most rigorous academic programs out there for high school students, and it focuses on developing people who are inquirers, critical thinkers, world-minded, they care about their fellow citizen, and it does this through rigorous academic work as well as community work. However, when I was a junior, when I was actually a sophomore, I had the opportunity to go into this program, but I decided I valued trying to go further in music than going further in academics. I've kept a 4.0, but I wanted to try something more in another field that I greatly enjoyed. But at the beginning of my junior year, my counselor came to me and said, you have the opportunity to switch into full diploma. You can take a number of required courses, you can do TOK, you can do all of these things, and it'll fit into your schedule perfectly. And I realized I had a second chance to develop myself, not just in a wanted extracurricular activity, but academically. I value learning, and I've always valued learning, but now I have the chance to expand that even more. And so I decided to take it. And I can honestly say that was the most difficult, but the most rewarding decision I've made in my entire high school career. Because I realized in that moment, that choice defined me, because I've always loved a good challenge. But now, that challenge is more. Now, IB is that challenge. And I wouldn't be here right now if I hadn't taken that chance, if I hadn't been that risk taker and done that. Because I realized the challenge in IB is not the rigorous coursework. It's not even having late nights at home doing the homework. It's not trying to balance out your life. It's striving to develop yourself in a way that is going to benefit your fellow man. I don't want to be a person who sits back on the sidelines and lets the world go however it's going to go. No. I realized in that moment I want to be someone who can make a difference. And by doing what I've done, that moment was a turning point for me. I can benefit other people by benefiting myself first, by giving myself the opportunities in life to be able to do these things. I have made myself more of an inquirer, more of a critical thinker. I think more about my fellow man, and it is a wonderful thing to realize that I challenged myself and I'm up to that challenge. Recognizing limits is not something that is easy to learn in the first 18 years of your life. People strive for their whole lives to learn themselves and to learn what makes them them. And this was one of my decisions which clearly defined for me how much I can take. And I realized I can do a lot. I can take the stress. I can take balancing out my life. But most of all, I can take the challenges of being a person who makes a difference, of being someone that people will pay attention to because they do put in the hard work, because they are willing to take risks and to do the hard stuff that no one else wants to do. That choice 2 years ago to do IB was my moment of truly defining myself and knowing that this is it. I have to be ready for college. I have to be ready to go into the workforce someday, and now I am truly benefiting myself and paving my way to be someone who matters to the world and not just one of the 7 billion people who live on the earth. I can be one of the 7 billion people who lives on the earth to change it. Thank you.